Hey guys, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and here's a video that I didn't think I would ever need to do, or hoped I would never have to do. But you can probably read by the title and the thumbnail, and I want to talk a little bit about it. Firstly, I know it's a bit of a serious topic, but honestly, I'm okay, all things considered, and I just want to talk a little bit about it and just, you know, firstly, let me clarify. I'm okay. I will talk a little bit about that in a minute, but I just want to let you know that I'm not, but I'm okay. And this isn't an attempt at trying to like fish for sympathy or anything like that. I just want to let you know that I have it and I'm okay, and just my little experience and actually on how I come across it, because it is a bit of an interesting case. And obviously, I just want to let you know that there's some things that usually happen that won't happen. So, again, you read the title. I have COVID. Yes, that this is the video I was hoping I'd never have to do at all, but suppose it had to happen eventually, and I'm usually very, very careful about stuff like this too. But yeah, firstly, again, I just want to quickly express that I am okay. I'm fine mostly. I am in isolation right now, and I just want to make sure that I just don't want anyone to worry about me, because I am fine, and it's honestly not that serious. Okay, so now let's talk about it a little bit. So it's been an interesting week, definitely. So I did start out my week somewhat normally. So Monday. Oh, okay. Firstly, if I do, I do still have it. So if I am coughing a lot during this, that's why, and I can't help that, because, again, it's something that infects your lungs and all that, but it's not affected me all that much. It's just random coughing spasms. Short, like it's random short. It's random shorter coughing spasms. So other than that, it's not that big of a deal. So I just want to express that everything's fine. So, and if there is a few coughing fits, just forgive it. I do have some water here to help out if I need, and again, my inhaler's over there if I do need it. So, again, getting back on topic. So, again, my week did start out somewhat normally. Like I think Monday to Tuesday were normally. Monday to Tuesday went normal. I went about my business as usual. Um, it was Wednesday where I started to feel a little unwell. Which was a little odd. So yeah, normal. So Monday to Tuesday went as normal, and then it was Wednesday I started to feel a little unwell. So on Wednesdays, I was at the Heart Gables as normal, which, in case you guys don't know, the Heart Gables is a LGBTQ plus community that I started attending every Wednesday from like 1 to 3, 1 to 3 p.m. And it was there where I started feeling a little unwell, but it wasn't too big of a deal back then. Like, I just knocked it. I just kind of shrugged it off as like being a little tired, since again, I have spoke about it a few times already, but sleep is really, really, really hard to come by in this place. Seriously, I don't want to go about it more than I have to, since I've already brought it up more than enough times, and I don't like bringing it up unnecessarily. But yeah, I just chalked it down to lack of sleep, because sleep is difficult to come by here. Like, seriously, it might sound all right now, but believe me, it's sleep is just damn near impossible to get here. So I just chucked it off as that. So I didn't think anything of it. I felt a little tired. Head was hurting a little bit, but again, I didn't think of anything. I didn't think of it much. And then when I got back from the Heart Gables, basically I was just dead tired, and I just wanted to rest. And luckily, luckily the reason for it being impossible to sleep here was not present at the time when I got back, so I was able to get a bit of a nap until I was woken by the staff to do the house shopping, because it just happened to be my day for the house shop. So I was awoken from my nap, and this was when things started to take a bit of a turn for the worse. It gotten a lot worse. Like my headache was much worse. I had a really sore throat. My body was heavy. Like it felt like someone had put me in like iron armor or chainmail or something, and just it felt like someone forced me into chainmail armor and then dropped me down to the bottom of the sea. That's how heavy my body felt. And it felt like that my body was constantly being stabbed with felting needles, or as if I was standing in hailstones all the time. Like it was ridiculous. So things started to take a little bit of a turn for the worse. I felt absolutely horrible. And when I woke up, it was like I think 9 or 8, and the shops closed at 10, so I didn't have much time. And since I wasn't feeling well, and since I was short on time, and I didn't want to spend too much time in the shops because I just wanted to rest and I didn't feel well, so I bargained with the staff to just do the essential stuff, just the stuff that we absolutely need. So I went and did that, got the essentials, and then obviously came back, and then after that I just uploaded the Nintendo Direct mini video. I uploaded that and then just crashed for the rest of the night because I was absolutely knackered. And then the next day, I think I had a bit of trouble sleeping. I can't quite remember. It's getting a bit hazy now when I think about it. But the next day, I believe I was feeling a little bit crappy as well. Still, I still felt pretty bad. Like, body was still heavy. Still felt like I was being stabbed with needles. My reaction time was still pretty slow. Head was hurting. It kind of felt like either someone was playing like a game of pong or ping pong with my brain as the ping pong ball, or as if someone was like pushing my eyeballs all the way back into the back of my brain. That's kind of what it felt like if I had to describe it. And it really sucked, but at the same time, I remembered that I had another event to attend, and I couldn't remember what time it was, so I went downstairs to try and maybe, I thought maybe it's just because I woke up or something, like, I don't know what's going on, so I thought maybe I could walk it off. I had a shower, I had a quick shower, freshened up, I went downstairs to try and just maybe shake it out my system a bit or something. Had a cup of tea, and I spoke to the staff about it, and they said, they said if I, hang on, this was Thursday, so yeah, this was Thursday. So they suggested that I do a lateral flow test, which I did, and also I take a cup paracetamol, which I did, which I feel like the paracetamol helped out a lot because it didn't get rid of it completely, but it was able to like numb. It was able to take the edge off my headache, not completely, but enough for me to be able to concentrate again for a bit. So that helped out a lot. So I did a lateral flow test, which came back negative. And this was on Thursday. So I took a couple of paracetamol, did a lateral flow, which came back negative. And then I was still a bit tired, so I went down for a nap until my advocate came for me to take me to the event, which I It was actually a double event this time, but unfortunately I was only well enough to attend the first one because again I started to feel bad again after in the middle of the first one. So I attended the first one and then I started feeling a bit crappy again. So one of my advocates colleagues offered to take me back because I wasn't feeling well. So she did, and then when I got back, the staff, uh, the staff kind of said to excuse me, I need a drink. I can feel a coughing fit. Come on, just give me a moment. And again, water's all I can have right now because, well, I've got juice, but obviously that gives you phony results, so not great. Anyway, so where was I? Right, yeah, one of my advocates. Actually, no, I'm past that. I'm past that. So the staff, I tried to take a nap. I tried to go to bed early, and once again, the staff woke me up to try and make me to go and do the house shop again because I only did a half to get the essentials. But then that's when I decided I had had enough. I wasn't feeling well, and I just told them outright that I wasn't feeling well and I couldn't do it. I just physically couldn't do it. I told them my symptoms, and then they said, "Oh, fine, just." And I even said that I would have stayed at the meeting longer if I was feeling well. So I just physically couldn't. I told them that I did a lateral floor that morning and it came back negative, so we weren't too worried at first. Even though I wasn't hungry, she did suggest that I try eating something, which I did eventually. I had a little bit of a pasty because again I wasn't hungry, but I wanted to at least try and eat something because even before all this, my appetite has been disturbed for a little bit. So, you know, it's important to eat, even if you're not hungry. When you're not feeling well, it's important to eat, even if you're not hungry. So yeah, I did try and eat. I ate a little bit, and the rest of the time I just kind of took it easy. I just took it easy. You know, just spend time lounging around for a bit. You know, just taking it easy as best I could. And that was all on Thursday. And Friday, that was when things took a bit of a turn, I suppose. So, so that night I had a fever dream. I had a bit of a fever dream. Like, sleeping was absolute hell during the night. It was, I think, yeah, it was, I was trying to sleep even with all the noise. Because, again, I just wasn't well, and when you're not well, the best thing to do is rest. And again, this is all before I had COVID, or before we knew I had COVID. So, yeah, so I had a fever dream. It was very, very vivid, and it was difficult to tell. It was impossible to tell whether it was a dream or real or not because it was in here, and it was impossible to tell what was going on. So vivid. And eventually, once day eventually broke, I woke up in a really bad sweat. Like my quilt, like my duvet was absolutely drenched, and I have never sweat. Well, in the past tense for sweat, I have never sweated that much in my sleep. Never ever have I sweat that much in my sleep. So like there was a massive wet patch around me. I was like, Jesus. So obviously after that I got showered. freshen up because I hated it. And then obviously after having my shower, I decided to take another test just to make sure, and I was feeling surprisingly better. Like most of my symptoms had kind of gone. Like my body no longer felt heavy. The sensation of standing in hail was no longer there. The sensation of needles constantly was no longer there. So like most of that was gone. The only thing I had left really was my sore throat and the feeling as if someone was pushing my eyeballs back into my brain. That was all I had left. That was literally all I had left. So I felt, all things considered, I felt a lot better than I had. All things considered. So obviously I thought, okay, I must be better then. I must have sweat a lot of it out, which I assumed. So anyway, I did the test, and to my surprise, this first test, I did 3 of them, by the way, just to make sure. And for the first time ever, because this isn't like I've done a few tests before, and never once have they came back positive. So here's the first one. As you can see, 2 lines. And that was the first one. So I thought, oh, that's a bit concerning. But then I remembered that I had been drinking a lot of orange the previous night, and obviously citrusy stuff is apparently meant to give you phony test results. So I did another one in a couple hours, which I think was, which one was it now? I think, oh crap, they're pretty hard to tell, but it was one of these ones. I did one of these a little while, like maybe a couple hours after, and it was positive again. And then I told the staff about it, and then they said to do another one. They said to do another one in another hour, which was around about 10, I think. It's about I can't remember exactly, but I did another one, and sure enough, that one came back positive as well. So I thought, okay, I guess I just gotta face facts. So, yeah. So basically, I'm in isolation. I'm in quarantine. I'm in isolation. Anytime I want food or drink, I have to ring the staff to bring me food, and they just lay it by the door. So because of that, it means that obviously events that usually happen, like for example the weekly report, me editing on Sundays, the weekly reports, none of that's going to be happening this week because of obviously this. So there's going to be no weekly report this week because there's no editing this week. So the progress we've made this week is this week, and what we'll do next week will all be squashed into one video. I think, just, you know, I think it works out that way. But yeah, I'm in isolation, all that's happening. I can't go out, I think, until I have 2 negative tests. So basically, the next time I have 2 negative tests in just 2 days, I think that's when I'll be able to leave again. So again, I won't be able to do any editing with Aragorn. There'll be no weekly report. That's the biggest reason I'm making this video. 1, to let you guys know I've got it. 2, to let you know that I'm okay. 3, to let you just talk you through the experience, because it is a bit of a bizarre case. And 4, just to let you know that some of the regular stuff that would happen throughout the week will not be happening, just because obviously, you know, my health is more important, you know. So yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy week, not gonna lie, but I'm doing okay. I'm a little bored, if I'm being honest. I've got a few things to do. Like I've still got plenty. I mean, I suppose again, I'm feeling a lot better now, than I was. Like, I was going to do this yesterday, but my throat felt horrible. Like, I can talk a lot more now, as you can hear. But before, like, my throat just, it felt like I was swallowing glass. So yeah, I couldn't talk, at all. And, yeah. But I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I suppose now that I can actually concentrate again, now that my headache's gone, and the only thing now is really my sore throat, and that's about it, really. So, with my headache gone, I can finally focus, I can finally concentrate on stuff. So, I've still got a few YouTube stuff I can be doing without recording or out editing or anything like that. I've still got a few things I can be doing. So I've got a few things to be working on, even without all that. What else? So yeah, I've just been playing Portal 2 since it is just recently came out onto Switch. So I've been playing that. That's helped out quite a bit. I've been playing a few other games. I've got a massive backlog on all my systems I could be getting through. There's a few video notes I could be writing for next weekly report. So there's definitely I'm definitely of no shortage stuff I could do in that time. Since again I'm a very proactive person and I like doing stuff, and again I'm very YouTube oriented. It's what I focus on all the time. By the way, if you've noticed my channel art, I don't know what's going on with it. I tried, since obviously it's not Pride Month anymore. Which I've not got around to removing these yet, so I'll be doing that probably at some point soon-ish. Maybe while I'm here, I don't know. But, yeah, I tried updating my channel art back to where it normally is, and for some reason my channel banner just won't update, and I don't know what the hell's going on, so I've put up there a test one just as a placeholder until I can find out what the hell is going on. I don't know why it's doing that, but just keep in mind that's just a placeholder because that's the only one it will let me use. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. But, yeah, it's just odd. And another thing is, well, so I recently got this, like, just a couple months back. Because toward the end of last year and the start of this year, I was feeling a bit chesty because the air felt very, very dry. So I felt like my asthma was coming back just because the air was dry. And I've not needed it much, but you know, just now and again for when I needed it. and it's after I got it, it was literally after I got it, the air just kind of normalized again. But since I've got this, I mean, the only issues, it's not major. Like, the only issue I've had is again, the headaches, the sore throat, the headaches, the soreness in my body and all that kind of stuff. And a little bit of, like, cough and spasms. And this has helped quite a bit, actually. And this is literally the first time I've felt like I've had to use it since getting it just a couple months ago. So that's helped up quite a bit. Yeah, and I've spoken with the staff, and they said that, again, I just need to do 2 -1 of these, and then after that I can come up my flat again. But yeah. And they did say that the earliest I'll be able to come out is potentially Wednesday, if everything goes alright, but yeah, anyway, that's going to about do it for this video. I just want to give you guys a little update and just let you know how I'm doing, since, again, it's a little bit of a stressful time. And I just want to give you guys a little update, just let you know I'm okay and how I'm doing, and just a general update. And just so you guys know that there isn't going to be a weekly report this week, since obviously not everyone follows my Discord. But anyway, that is going to about do it for this video. As always, you know the drill. like, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, check out the channel regularly, join the Discord, check out any links that may be in the videos or whatever, blah 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 blah, the usual stuff. And with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully a non-COVID related video. But until then, have a good day, you guys.